Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Creative Nancy back again. The one known as CR, like it says on your screen. Echo. Sound effects. Da. So, this is another edition of Live with CR, reconnecting with you, the people out there, and sharing a few things and some stories, because there's definitely things happening. There's always things happening in the world, even locally or regional, and some things here are happening here in Canada and on in the U.S. on North American continent, and probably out in other places in the world, other countries, other continents and stuff. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Nice to see everyone in here. Rohog, Shift Kicker, hello. So I'm gonna bring up something so you guys can see this. I was kind of working on this. Let me get segue here. Where is it? Here we go. You guys can check this one out. Ooh, look at this. This is something I made like recently in digital creation mode, DCM. It's supposed to loop. Just something I made since I've been learning more and more about using some apps. I'll get into that soon enough. Let's see here. Make sure it's no loop. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm glad you made it too, Shift Kicker. Nice to see you, by the way. So yeah, this is like a 3-minute loop. Well, just over 3-minute loop. Just something I made with some apps, like I said. I'm just enjoying my coffee here this morning. Morning time still here out west. I'm seeing some sun come out. Yeah, I'm seeing some sun. Gonna get some sun this week. It'll be a nice week this week here out west. However, I've looked at the long range forecast and I'm like, yep, the word that has the CR in it is coming back, And I'm not complaining about the weather outside. I mean, like, it's probably like 20 Fahrenheit, give or take. I don't know, minus, 7, 8 Celsius out. I'll take that. Because out east, or in the central part of the continent right now, and it will be heading eastward. Also, if you haven't heard about that major system that's dumping a lot of snow and all that stuff out east right now, oof. High snow drifts, lots of accumulations of snow. It touched along the bottom part of the international border here in Canada. So yeah, the central and eastern part of the country right now. So Saskatchewan, Manitoba, entering into Ontario right now. It's Wednesday, so it's supposed to exit out by the weekend. I just watching some local news and stuff like that. I was like, dang, this -8 seems pretty good compared to all that. I mean, I was just looking at it, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of snow. Even in some places here in the country, like, depending where you are and stuff like that, it's like, a ruler size amount of snow, give or take. So, some areas were getting like 20, 30 centimeters of snow. I'm like wow. I mean, obviously, I get snow out here. That's for sure. It hasn't snowed for a while. It's been cold, but it's less cold now. However, it's just a temporary vacation compared to next week. Because I think that temperature is actually going to hit that. Yeah, that, that next step. Minus 30, minus 22 Fahrenheit and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're getting, let me highlight that on the screen. You're getting that? Yeah, that's what I've been hearing about. Because if you look at the jet stream map, it's actually following along the jet stream, like that curve. So down out west right now, it's give or take lower, and out it's rising out east, so to speak. So it's kind of following that system is kind of following along that jet stream right now, and it's just dumping a whole bunch of, well, like I said, snow, mixed weather. Depending where you are, up northern parts of the U.S., it's like snow. Down in the south, it's more severe type of weather. I would say storms, more in the range of like rain and such. Some high winds too. Oof. I was just like, hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully prepared for stuff like this, right? Because it's definitely one of those things that's happening right now. So if I remember right, see, my U.S. geography is not that great, but I think it's Arkansas, uh, probably in the Michigan area. I get snow and stuff with it. I'm pretty sure Southern Ontario is probably going to get some of that wet stuff too, and such. Probably some like lake effect snow and all that stuff. I was like, dang. I think if I remember, I forget which airport that was. That I heard. Yeah, there was one of those warnings or advisories too. So yeah, take weather seriously. Take winter seriously. I actually posted it on the Instagram side about talking about that just briefly. Just a quick post about it. I was just like, yeah. So hopefully you guys are all doing well, like I said. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this kind of video loop that I have on the screen. It's just something I kind of been messing around with. It looks complicated, but like a lot of things out there, it's just a bunch of simple things brought together and compounded together and brought together. Almost like the weather right now. That's kind of coming together, depending where you are. But just to get back on what I was saying about the weather, and I'll get back to what I have on screen a little bit here. Like I said, take it seriously. Take it seriously. You know, have those winter hats, those toques, those scarves, those buffs, those gloves, those mitts, those winter boots, those shovels, those ice cleats, those crampons. Oh, I guess that has Sierra in it too. Ready to go. Along with those um, car kits of supplies. Because some of these people actually had to, stay in their vehicles I think I actually heard about something about down power lines too. So I mean, like that will for sure force you to stay in your vehicle. I mean, I've never known anyone to go through an experience like that, but that'd be pretty dicey. Pretty dicey. I mean, no shock, pun intended. That'd be pretty dicey. Yes, yes. See, I had to throw one of those in. You guys know I had to throw one of those in. What's up? What's up, Matthew? See, on the bright side, right? On the bright side. On the bright side, there's gonna be snow everywhere for next week. Yeah, next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend. Of course, for those who do celebrate Christmas, Christmas is on a Sunday this year. And I guess Boxing Day is gonna be on a Monday. And I guess New Year's is gonna be celebrated over a weekend. So it's definitely snow. I was I was just listening to the weather on the radio real quick this morning. The first number I hear is like, "Oh, -30." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's coming. It's an eventuality." Because technically, the temperature actually hasn't reached that yet. The windshield factor like has, but not not the actual air temperature. Or so, yep, this weekend, give or take, or next week, it's probably gonna be the coldest it's been at least this season. This season. I mean, I obviously it's been colder here before. Uh, we'll probably have another extreme cold warning at that time. Oh yeah, yeah. I get you, man. I get you, man. It's gonna be cold next week. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm pretty sure about that. I mean, I'm gonna be going on my like afternoon, evening type of walks and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it's nice out right now. Even yesterday when I went out, I was just like, this ain't so bad. Especially compared to what's going to eventually happen or eventually show up. So more of that Arctic wind chill, northern winds, stuff like that. You know, oh, yeah. So to drift, yeah, get that, get it, drift to this next thing I was not going to talk about. Yeah, this effect that you see on the screen. Yeah, I was just yeah. Yeah, we haven't gone that kind of long, I shouldn't say long term, but extended amount of cold. There's been some breaks. It's almost like a yo-yo because I've noticed that now, at least this month. There was this time where it was like maybe about a week and a half cold, and it came back up in terms of the temperature. Then it went back down, and right now it's back up. Then later this week, early next week, it's gonna go back down again. And I almost have a feeling that it might actually be less cold on Christmas. I'm cold beyond that, but we'll see, we'll see. So, like, at least out where I am, obviously, for your own area, it'd be different and stuff like that. So, coming back to what I was saying here, yeah, about what I have on screen right here. I've been messing around with this. And apparently, I'm getting. Hold on. I gotta move this device. it's keep I keep getting notifications somewhere. Put this to the side. All I hear is this ding ding ding. So if you're hearing that, that's what you keep hearing. I get notifications on another device and such. But yeah, let me just see here. What you see on screen right here, yes, right here. Like I was saying, this is a bunch of, like, it looks complex. It's just a bunch of simple things I put together. Because I've been messing around with some of the apps, the App Store and stuff like that, just seeing what's out there. Because as many of you are aware, and I probably have mentioned this, I've in terms of editing, like video editing and editing in general, I came from using a laptop or desktop for editing purposes. So I was kind of new on the editing side of like using like a phone to edit with. Like I know that in terms of editing, and I keep getting notifications, so I'll walk away from that device. I keep getting, jeez, I keep getting these notifications. Hold on a second. Just cover it, muffle that sound a little here. I actually came from editing in terms of like a laptop or a desktop on a computer side. So, like I said, on the phone side, I'm kind of new at it. However, with that said, there is some things that I learned from editing on a computer side and still can translate over to an app side on a phone, on a smartphone and such. I mean, there's lots out there. I've been trying some of the free ones out there, and there's some that, there's paid subscription or add-ons you can get or buy or and such, right? And then there's other ones that are totally free. Then there's other ones where, there's a premium package or premium service that you can acquire and such. So I've been just trying out like about 5 or 6 of them and such, and just kind of seeing how I like them. There is definitely a difference. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, it goes without saying. Yeah, you can edit. You can do stuff with it. You can render and export out something, make a video. I mean, some of the last couple of videos I put out here on the channel have been made solely, or 95% or almost 100% of the way, with just a mobile app of a video editor. And I've been adding a few things in every so often as I pick them up. Some things that I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I can add this into a video. I just have to wait to shoot the video and post that video so I can show it and such. Because, yeah. But yes, what you see right here, this is a combination of, let's see, if I remember right, 1, 2, like 4 different applications or apps. And I just kind of made a video with all these combined and such. I mean, some of them, well, at least one of them I tried out on the computer side, right? On the desktop, laptop side, because they have a desktop, laptop application that you can go to over on their website. And I've been trying it out, but I've finally been using the mobile app version. It's a little bit different. Like I said, in terms of editing, it is different editing on a mobile device and such. There's certain things that are a little bit more difficult. Then there's other things where it's a little bit easier, like also like scrolling and stuff like that. And some of these, have watermarks and such like that. I mean, like I said, I've been using like, and I'm not endorsed by them or anything like that or affiliated with them. I'm just using them because as a content creator, honestly, I'm creating content. So honestly, like also you don't need an a video editing to post content here on YouTube, but it helps with certain little things, beyond just splicing or connecting clips together and such. Having overlays of your channel icon, picture in picture. Although I haven't done picture in picture in the apps yet, but I have done picture in picture or multi-camera angle before. I still remember that egg video that I did, omelet video, where I did a multi-camera angle. I haven't done one of those in a while. Those were kind of fun. Not too difficult. Not too difficult. You just got to have a timing point, right? Where you say something like a cue, so both your cameras, you just have to sync up the audio. So basically, you would say something like, okay, like something like more what I would do, like 3, 2, 1, and you just sync up that 3, 2, 1, and the audio, line it up so the timing's there. You remove that, then the rest of the video should be kind of in sync, and you just use one of the audio tracks as your primary audio track for saying something that's like, oh, this is me making an omelet, boom, boom, I'm adding this and that right here, stirring it up, and stuff like that, making it more exciting. And randomly, I'm eating like a hard-boiled egg right now. Like literally, I am eating a hard-boiled egg right now. Let me change my camera layout here. Literally, I do have a hard-boiled egg right here. I got this. Hide that. Hard-boiled egg. Let me just spin this around here. So yeah, I mean, come on. See, you can see that other one that I had. Well, you just saw right there. That was actually the base layer for this video clip I have, which is on loop. And I see you penny pinching. I see you in there. How's it going, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Good morning to you too. BGM. You had the window up open. Like I said, it's been in the 20 Fahrenheit range, -5 Celsius, give or take. Give or take. Coming back to what I was saying here about this editing, because I've learned so much from these applications. Like, I'm not saying I didn't know about this beforehand or didn't learn something similar on the desktop or laptop program. I've shown stuff that I've done before, and also there's those online applications that you can get that you can run, right? And like I said, I'm not affiliated with them or sponsored or anything like that, but I do use them because as a content creator, well, I like to do that stuff. I've been doing that stuff for quite a long time now. Quite a long time. The only difference is the applications have changed over time, obviously, right? The next version of XYZ application or program. And then there's these other ones that are like newer to me just because, or the web-based ones. Those were newer to me, and obviously these applications here on a phone, on a smartphone, are newer to me too. Which, like I said, there's some differences between some of them. They're not all created equal. some excel or do certain things better. I mean, generally speaking, the user interface UI is similar. Similar. I would, yeah, similar. There's on these mobile apps. There's like a time. There's a timeline like where you can scroll through and such like that. Also you're importing in your pictures or video that you're shooting for your channel and stuff like that, whatever it is. Like for example, this campfire video that I put out like last month. Yeah, yeah, it was. Pretty sure that was last month. Yeah, last month when it was out and such. I mean, I added in some different things in, and you could see the nice fire CR logo that I made through a different program, through an photo editing software and stuff like that. Although I did that through Photopea. I mean, I've shown Photopea before. It's similar to something like Photoshop, for example. So I'm quite familiar with that. You could do stuff with that. So, although I haven't played around with that for a little bit, it's been a while since I played around with it. Because I actually haven't been doing that as much. Although I think there is something I need. Well, I shouldn't say need, but would like to do eventually over there. Because someone sent me an image that I still have to digitally color for them. I'm still working on that. I'm still working on it. If you're listening right now and they know who they are, I'm working on that. I'm gonna eventually work on that. I'll eventually work on that in my downtime when I have a little bit more time to spare for it. Kind of preoccupied right now and doing some things, and obviously, the holiday season's coming around the corner real soon for everyone here. And such. I have a small little tree up right now. Yeah, I'll show them a little bit. There's some decorations on it and stuff. There's no tinsel. It's not a real tree, by the way, either. It's not a real one. I mean, I think if I remember, there was like a shortage of Christmas trees and such. I think I heard about something like that. I was like, takes a while for them to grow. I mean, if something during the year affects them or whatever, where it be a bug infestation or whatever, right? Yeah, it can stunt their growth or and such, right? I actually remembered, like, I think it was it last year or the year before. One of my friends, their parents usually get a real tree, right? Regardless if you're into that or believe in it or whatever, right? They actually, for the first time since I've known them for a long time, had a fake tree or fake Christmas tree. I was just like, it wasn't quite the same. I mean, in terms of smell and such, right? Looking at it, it's obviously you can notice the differences and stuff like that. But so I guess that's the change of the times. I guess, right? Even my buddy's parents are kind of not getting a real tree. I haven't spoken to them uh, about what they have this year, but I'm not sure if they actually have a real one up this year or a synthetic or fake one. But I guess I'll see soon enough. I'll probably call them later. Be like, hey, how's it going? You guys got a real tree out this year? Kind of see. Really. I see some more people are dropping in. Hi, Lady T. Sorry. How are you doing, Lady T? It's nice to see you, by the way. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, Penny, that's how I roll. I know. I know. Everyone's like, really? Is Sierra bringing all of these? He's cracking up another plan again. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's been like a talk. Yeah, that's because when it's not boiled or ready, the liquid inside sloshes, so it slows down that rotation that you get. But because it's hard boiled, it becomes solid and it easily spins and continues spinning without much input or effort or energy in. And for some reason, I'm spinning this one now. What's the topic? I'm just kind of just brushing by on a few things I've been working on, like what I've been showing on the screen right here and such. Hey, Penny. Sometimes it's because some of these things, like I'm saying right now, could have their own topic, but that also means that I have to make a actual thumbnail for it, an actual description for it, have to keep talking about it. And generally, these live with CRs are more open, maybe a panel, open more topics that are going on, you know, because that's why I'm sharing a few things or stories, like you said. Okay, Lady D, I see. Yeah, you guys are trying to learn. Aww. Virtual hug to you, Lady T Survival. Nice to see you again. Hmm. I'm remembering some of the things you showed earlier in the year. How's that all going for you? How's that shed going for you? I'm remembering that now. I'm just thinking, revving up an engine right now. I'm picturing it in my mind. You know, it's that video was you posted was quite a while ago, probably during the summer, but I'm kind of faintly remembering it right now. You know, and such. Hopefully that's still holding up. That shed, it's still with it. It's nice to see you, by the way, too. All right, Lady T. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, I'll make an appearance. I'm falling behind on some of the videos, to be honest. I've been trying because I mean my subscription feed is quite long now, and I like to watch stuff on YouTube too. Obviously, I think that's a good thing. And then there's trying to jump in on these live streams while they're still live, engaging while they're live, right? Because these live streams, there's something about the engagement and coming in and just being able to say a few things, engage with people, or join the panel and stuff like that. And some of the topics, or video topics or whatever are quite exciting at times. And I'm like, oh, I still want to watch that right now, kind of deal, right? I'm making 5 minutes for this right now, kind of deal, right? But I will, yes, make time for you, Lady T. Oh, it's Frontier Survival. How's it going? How's it going? Nice to see you. Appreciate you all, especially you right now, taking the time to drop it. Sweet. Thanks for shedding some light. I mean, sharing it out with me. I mean, did I say just? Yeah. Did I just say that? Yeah, I did. Awesome. Hey, sometimes I have a topic. Sometimes I have a topic. It just depends how impromptu it is. Usually the impromptus will be more like this instead. Usually if I have a topic, I try to give more and more notice for it. Because, like, if you see a topic that says winter, you might be more inclined to watch it, for example. Or CR is making a Quincy, you might be more inclined to watching it. Versus random stream vibe with CR. Those are more general without a specific topic or direction. Oh, look who this. Quiet listener. Hi. How are you doing? It's nice to see you again. Hopefully you're doing well. Uh, yeah, yeah. It's all good. It's all good, Lady T. I appreciate the warm fonts, warm virtual hug. Thanks, Shift kicker. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Maybe I'll show that one thing that I have. I actually still, well, if you're on the StreamYard side, I just have the video clip of it that I have with a green screen, but you might see it. I've shown it before. It's nothing I haven't shown before. It's one of those things that I use now. And actually, you know what? Why not? Why not? Just because, yeah, this right here. Yeah. And click and change that to a capital CR with a D at the end. Actually, I think I'll show something else here while I'm at it. This is more simplistic, a very simplistic kind of loop that I have. Generally, these are for like the live streams and such. And I'll just bring this one back up because I kind of like this one. I really do like this one. There may be I might be making some like a standard version of something similar to this, give or take. Yeah, it had some tweaks in depending on the live stream. So you might see this more in the future with tweaks, like color changes or certain little effects or icons or graphics overlaid or imported, no, well, overlaid in and such, depending on what I'm talking about. Well, GP's in there? What? What's up? Jeez, come on, click. What's up, GP? Guarding prepping in the house with me. What's up, GP? How's it going, man? Virtual fist bump to you. Anna, you can do it! Just for you, man. Just for you. That'll be like the third time I said that to him. Yeah. And all the best in that activity that you're the undertake for this next year, 2023 uh, calendar year. Take care of Lady T survival. It's nice to come on, show you. It's nice to see you again, by the way. Nice. Yeah, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Cool, cool. Like generally, when I'm putting like, obviously, people have seen me being a channel moderator out there and such. I generally prefer when I put in links to actually put a title in, just so people know where it's going to and such. Because like if you just put a YouTube link in, it's just like, where's this going? Is it applied to me, to the end user and such? So it makes it more convenient. So you know exactly where it's going to. Especially if it's a channel link or something like that. So it's just like, oh, this is definitely the channel link, right? And not only that, if you made an error, let's say copy and pasting or whatever, it's like, wait a second, this ain't Sierra, this ain't the link to Sierra's channel. Then you can say so, for example, right? So it can be corrected if necessary. Because people would know it's like, oh, you put in the wrong link. It's supposed to go to Sierra's channel or whatever, but they put in the wrong link or whatever, right? So, you know, and things like that can happen, right? Copy and paste wrong or, right? So, just something I like to do personally. But yeah, that's cool, Penny. All right, I'm back to the bottom. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, let me have a sip of coffee here. So I let some sunlight come in. Oh, that sunlight feels nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking outside there and I see some trees and I see some blue sky. Oh, random bird. Yeah, random bird flying by. It's definitely, it's, I could almost call it clear because I don't think I actually see clouds outside, at least in the general area that I'm in. Yeah, I don't think I see any clouds out there. So I guess that's a good thing. So maybe I'll go out for a walk later, enjoy some of this nice weather. Because whether or not I want to believe it or not, it's not gonna get colder. It's just an eventuality. It would be nice if the temperature would just stay around the freezing mark or just below, but no, it's not gonna be like that. I just hope at times that that won't linger long. That. Oh, look who it is! Look who it is! It's Who Got Homestead. Hi, CB. How are you doing? It's nice to see you, by the way. I remember your video now. I posted a comment. I don't know if you checked out that my comment or haven't noticed a reply, but yeah. I'm just thinking about that right now. I feel like putting something in a can and labeling it with a K10 right now. I'm something similar to something similar to that. I'm working on the system and a container and stuff like that. Like actually, I have it in our room right now. It's just still, and I'm using actually. Speaking of which, let me take a look here. Okay, I think I actually have to check on some of the stuff. It should be good for the rest of this calendar year in terms of like best before or type of date. Because I think I actually had some like peanuts in there before, and I actually had I shouldn't say had, but uh, it was better if I consumed it this month. Let's just say something I kind of stashed away for a little bit of time. something I got back in like the earlier part of the year. So I was like, okay, and kind of stretched that food out. Ah, you know, I seem to always get hungry, even on my own streams. Dang it! I knew I should have made more than one egg today. Oh yes, it's nice to see. Good to see you too. GTSY. I didn't know that acronym for the longest time because I never used it before in terms of like in other places. Now I'm like, oh, good to see you. I'm trying to get better at these acronyms because a lot of people, you know, say things right. Obviously, in when you're at messaging or IMing, instant messaging, and texting and all that stuff, like everyone's trying to be quick and type something in quick. So a lot of acronyms out there. I mean, aside from the be right back, BRBs and stuff like that. I mean, it took me a long time to realize what AFK means. Away from keyboard. I asked that. I'm like, oh, that's what I meant. So just a FYI for everyone. But no, but this is why I'm getting better, trying to get better at acronyms or using them or knowing what they stand for because acronym has CR in it. See, all these things with CR that I'm trying to get better at, or these CR words that I'm trying to like add into my CR vocabulary because vocabulary has CR in it, by the way. I mean, this is why CR is a reoccurring thing in my videos and streams, not only lately, but for a while now. Like, I was almost thinking of, I've only done this once. Yeah, I've only brought out that this that kind of CR theme vocabulary once in a live stream. There may be a time that that might may come back, but it'll be more official and it'll probably have its own thumbnail that I'm eventually working on. I was thinking about that because I was actually thinking about doing it for as this stream, but I decided to do it with a lot of more open topics and share a few things and stories and reconnect with some of you people out there like GP and CB and uh, penny pitching and quiet listener and Lady T and shift kicker and all these people out there because you people are awesome. Just in case no one heard me say that, you guys are awesome. Come on, phone. Uh, let me scroll. Come on, let me scroll. Okay, I'm back to the bar. So yeah. All right, now my phone's actually charged up enough that I can actually start doing stuff. Oh, come on. Well, Gray's in here. Gray 1107. Hey, Gray. How are you? If only I knew what that meant, though. If only I knew what this meant. How come it's not shit? How come I can't see it on screen? Oh, there we go. Select the leaf for me. If only I knew what that acronym meant. Well, way to go. Or want to go. I don't know. It depends on the context, I guess, for me, of the conversation. What's being said and stuff like that. It's nice. There it is. My highlighting is kind of slower, apparently. I see you, Gray. You rather be here with you. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, GP. Okay. I got you, GP. Let me just temporarily end this, stop this for a moment here. Jeez, I actually have to get at this. So bright. Let's see here. See? Uh, remember recovery or recover has CRNA, by the way. So, and honestly, as a coffee drinker, that's what I have. I just, I just kind of let this stuff dry out and just kind of broadcast it or spread it out in the garden and stuff like that. So, like even though like you know, just just because, just because I want to. And besides, actually, I've noticed when I put out the coffee grounds in the winter time now, when I broadcast it out in terms of spread it out on, let's see, over the snow and such, when the sunlight hits it, or as it gets warmer, or as spring, which I'm gonna miss, can't wait for that to come back, eventually comes back around, because there's layers of like coffee grounds, and obviously everyone's aware the darker surfaces warm up or heat up faster compared to lighter surfaces. So basically, it darkens that kind of snow area or that ground. So solar energy can be absorbed into it and kind of melts that snow a little bit quicker. So just something I've been, because I've noticed that in places that I do put it, the snow melts quicker, especially if the temperature, not only, especially if the temperature is rising. And obviously, if it's sunny out like it is today, to a certain degree, to a certain degree. I mean, obviously, if it's well below freezing, not so much. But if it's coming around the freezing point, let's say 34, 36 Fahrenheit, 4 Celsius, yeah, substantially increase the melting and eventually fall off the ground. And then I can warm up the soil. And then, you know, so as an SOW. Yes, I just used that word in a sentence. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for taking the time to drop in. Saturday or CB. Um, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember a lot of things lately. I mean, not just the people behind the channels, but what they do, what they say, their quotes, their tidbits that they like to share all the time and such. I'm trying to please forgive me, quiet listener, for not remembering this at the moment. Maybe I should drink some more coffee to try to remember it. Maybe it'll wake me up more. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, the stuff that I was showing, like right here on screen, I have more of it. This is just recent, like so recent, like probably on like a couple days ago. Like I said, I just let it let the grounds dry out and such. You know, I powdered the powder. I grind. Well, I shouldn't say grind because I don't actually use a grinder for it, but I kind of crumble the eggshell into it into a powder, or as fine as I can, because I find that it breaks down faster because you increase the surface area, and yeah, just like in a campfire, increasing surface area is a good thing. So is kind of composting or chop and drop or dig and drop and such and such. So it's, it doesn't take, and it decreases the amount of time it needed to break down because you're increasing the surface area, so there's more edges for microbes to attach to and such and such. Versus like, you know, I mean, if you got the time, then but it's one thing. But I don't want to wait forever. I mean, I'm patient, but not that patient. So usually I would like something like this. I would put in probably fall, during the fall, winter, and spring. Because usually after I planted something, so SOW. Usually I don't have access to the ground anymore or underneath the soil, so I can't do any of that stuff. So I have to do it when there isn't actually plants on the surface, for example. And I've been experimenting with, like I said, doing it during the winter. Because, like I said, I'm a coffee drinker. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that time and time again. I'm a coffee drinker, like many of you out there. So I tried to reuse that stuff. I just broadcast it out. Like I don't pile it into one spot. I just kind of toss it out there, sprinkle it out there, broadcast it out there, and such. And like I said, it helps melt the snow too, to a certain degree because it's a darker surface in comparison to that white fluffy stuff that I see outside right now. You know what? Oh, okay. That's what you say. Okay. Let me just quickly do this in here. I know. Can't believe I'm doing this. Let's see how it is. Like I said, you can see some of that darker spots. So I don't usually do it right here, but you get the idea. Now, honestly, right now, oh, we're coming closer to the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere right now. Let me just turn off the camera right now. So the amount of sunlight hitting certain areas is less, but it'll change. It'll change again. Especially, like I said, we're coming up to the shortest day of the year soon. I think it's like sometime next week. Probably sometime next week, later on in the week. No one wants to hear CR's creaky door. Oh, maybe I should start using that creaky door word. That's CR in it. Maybe I can add that into that CR vocabulary in time. Yeah, yeah. Quiet listeners, it seems like me at times. I mean, I can get by, but I seem to be more cheerful at times. I can get by without it, but it's not that I haven't gone by without it, but I'm kind of I enjoy it. Let's just say. I have my coffee here, but yeah, these grounds are probably just from the other day. Wow, that's I appreciate the very kind words of encouragement too. Well, I guess encouragement has CRN in too. It's very nice of you. Special. That's a very well, frankly, that's a very special and thoughtful comment right there. Thank you. I appreciate it. It makes my day. I think my eyes are getting dry. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I appreciate that. Some random car. Okay. I'm not sure where the context of that is coming from. I generally know or try to keep up with the chat and such, but sometimes I lose track on certain little things. Hmm. Yeah. Hold on a sec here. Ooh, I gotta make sure where how I'm showing this. I have sunlight coming through a window right now, so. Aw, thanks, Stevie, who the homestead. It's very nice of you to say so. And I think it goes without saying, and I've said this before, I'm no saint, but just trying to do better. At least attempt, you know. So I managed to acquire this, by the way. I'll show you guys why not. Hmm. I wonder what that is. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder what this is. Yeah. Yeah. You've been nice because Santa's been watching. Okay. Well, I feel like Santa gave me a visit here. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's just it's a battery bank. Obviously, I think it goes without saying. I just labeled it. I just labeled it because some of the words on it are quite small. It might wear down in time, so just a label. So it's like clearly I know which one this is or the capacity, right? So, and something like these battery banks or power banks, whatever. I've always called a battery bank. I know some people out there use the term power bank, but you know, tomato, tomato, potato, whatever, right? The idea is still it gives you 5 volts of power, generally for like your mobile devices and stuff like that. But it could be used for like a fan or a USB fan or something like that. But you know, to me, this is just one of those things. I've had one. I remember my first one I had was like back in like let me just leave this on the screen. It was back in like 08, 09. That was my first one. It was like 3,000. I yeah. I definitely learned don't screw around with that connection port. Yeah, I learned that. One of the lessons I learned, but so I'm much more careful about these connection ports, making sure you don't bend them or whatever, right? Because, like I said, if you bend the input connector port, well, you can't charge the battery bank or power bank. So and vice versa if you want to go out, USB out. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. So I mean, these are not terribly expensive. I mean, I'm not saying they're cheap, but they're not expensive either. But I mean, it would be nice to know that you wore down the battery bank and that it just you simply wore it out and not, oh, my connection port's not working. Yeah, there's still plenty of recharge cycles in it. You know, I really get the best bang for the buck or get a good um, something that I can't think of right now. Think it's not coming to mind. For the life of me, it's not coming to mind right now. Really, you just I can't believe you just wrote that. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Penny pinching. Oh my. Oh my. But yeah. Oh yeah. So before I got derailed there, I almost forgot. I just put this like rubber band around it. I probably could change this to like a Ranger band by scrolling your tube in time. It's just one I handling around. It's still just for some grip and such. So if I'm holding it, there's some texture to this, but I just like to have some grip, especially when I'm holding, let's say, electronics and stuff like that. I mean, especially during the summertime or something like that, where my hands might be sweaty. I don't want to be like holding it and it slips on my hand, right? So sometimes it's nice to have some grip, some rubber grip on the sides for me. And besides, if other people have the same one or the same kind, I know the difference because mine's customized or unique, I should say, right? Yeah, I like to customize things too. I mean, here's another one. See, this is the usual one I use. Yeah, it says, yeah, and see. Yeah, it's about half. Well, it's probably less than half. So, yeah, this one actually has Ranger band around it. So, well, another reason why is because if I have the cable or I have to bring it with the cable, I can just put the cable underneath. So, keeps the cable next to it and such. But yeah, I'm using that one that I just showed 5 seconds ago first, though. The other one's fully charged, though, so I just topped it off earlier in the week, so I'll be after this, the one that I just showed is done. I'll cycle towards the other one and just kind of uh, alternate between them. That way, and evenly use the said item or power bank. Hmm? Oh yeah, get plenty of sunlight to charge some little solar lights and such. Oh, I'll show you guys something. Why not? Why not? Why not? I'll show you guys something. Let me just. All right, GP. Let me just. Let's see. It's sunny. I'll show you guys this. Look. Hmm. Look. Oh yes, this is real. That's for sure. Part of my learning experiment here. I'm actually doing it. It's kind of, like I said, just doing it. So we'll see. We'll see. My idea behind this is can I keep it going until the spring again? That's that because that'd be kind of cool to know that hey, I kept it going until the spring. I started that back. When did I start that? Well, obviously earlier in the year, back in the spring of 2022. So we'll see if I can keep it going until at least the spring of 2023, or maybe even longer. I don't know. Because since I do have access to Windows sunlight on the south-facing side, so I figure I might as well try. Might as well try. Might be a good learning experience, and maybe that's just one plant. Just imagine if I propagate that more. That'd be kind of cool. I'll be like, "Woo! I'm making some progress, right? Not perfection, but progress. Maybe in time, do some other things too." Well, hope you get something soon, quiet listener. I can feel your pain about some of that tech. I mean, I have my own fair share of things. That's why I'm on the phone. Because, oh, yes, this laptop that I was using, oh, the hard drive died on it. It stopped working. The battery still works, but then not even a month later, weeks later, my desktop, the video card, graphics card, or whatever just stopped too. I'm like, ah! I was just like, I definitely did not see that coming. So it's one of those things that's it's like, oh yeah, I got a backup. And then the backup fails. Go figure. And it feels like Murphy's Law. Right? I was like, oh. So now I have to use this very, very slow laptop. I mean, I can still do stuff on it, but it's not as powerful. And that's why I've been using like these phone apps and all that stuff. And making little things like this. I don't know. I'm not sure why it's doing this. It seems like I actually can't show it. I mean, like, yeah, see, I actually have to show another one. Because as soon as I stop it, I can't bring it back, the same one. Which means I have to go to another video clip, show it, then quickly change back. So that's what you're seeing. Oh, look who it is. It's Poppy. Hi, Poppy Breath. How are you doing? It's nice to see you, by the way. Yes, there is. I there is a on both here on YouTube and on the IG Instagram side. I do have something in the works. They're just in the draft or private video right now. I'll release them later. But be seeing a quick screenshot. I've shown a quick screenshot. It's nothing major. It's just a very short clip, but it's something I just kind of did for fun, you know. So this is the season, right? So yeah. Well, you like it? You like this puppy? Yeah. Hmm. I'm quite listening. I mean, I use this. I elevate. Well, even the prior laptop I was using for this one, I elevated off the surface to allow the vents, the fans underneath to get some airflow and such. So I know you get those things that have the those stands with fans and stuff like that if you want it. Not sure if that's gonna help you now, but it's just something I do anyways. Cause yeah, because when you block those fans, usually you don't get the airflow and such. So there's also tech like this can overheat. Even your phone can overheat, right? I mean, even the battery bank too, right? To a certain degree. So. Oh yeah. Well, Puppet, you were supposed to emphasize the CR in screenshot. um, just saying. Just kidding, Puppet. Yeah. I don't know why I always notice the CR words now. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I am now. Or maybe because I've been running the channel for so long that I've been noticing all these. I'm like, oh yeah, there's another CR word. I looked it up. There's over 15, yeah, 15,000 words that have CR in it. So yeah, there's a couple more CR words I can add to my vocabulary in time. In time, it'll probably be a reoccurring thing in time. Oh yeah, recurring has CR in it. Yeah, I know. I seem to always. It's like selective hearing. It's just like I always like hear it. I'll be like, oh. They said They said that word I like to hear. I'll be like, oh, you said that word I like to hear. You mean creative? I'm like, or creation or something like that, or constructive. Yeah, those words. Those words, right? Even to the point now that it's like I'm starting to actually like. I think if I remember right, how to sign it too. I gotta remember the uh how to do it to show people, right? Because obviously it's reverse of what you see. And I'm trying to remember it. What was it like? Yeah, the Morse code of it too. I'm trying to remember that too. I'm trying to incorporate that in randomly. So trying to learn this stuff just for fun, and hopefully in time actually use it too, amongst other things. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. You awesome puppy. You awesome. Let's see what would you say, QL? Hmm, I see. I see. Let's see what you mean there. Okay. So yeah, you did have something. That's unfortunate. It almost seems like well, it didn't help, obviously. Well, that's cool, Penny. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I just use, like I said, I just use. It's like literally a pan that I use. It just depends where the fans are and stuff like that. But it just elevates it and there's airflow. I don't actually use an active um, fan, external fan, I should say, to circulate the air. Supposedly it does help, or at least supposedly. I think I need to get off this one topic here. It's reminding me of my stuff right now. Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm some more different things to talk about for a little bit here. You know, I guess I guess I should be grateful. At least I still have something to stream on or record or make videos on. So I'll still be grateful for that. I'll still be grateful for that. I'm grateful that it's a nice day out too. Yes. When I go for a walk later today or in the week, I'll be like, yeah, this will be like a vacation compared to next week. I mean, I don't want to mention that RCR word. Yeah. There's just certain CR words that I tend not to emphasize so much or use, but sometimes I bring them up. Sometimes. Not often. Mm, sorry to hear a quiet listener. Yeah, I've known Puppy here for a while now. I think it's coming. I think it's coming up to like 5 years, or it seems like it. And such. Yeah. So where I met you, Puppy. Then you started to drift over here, over on my channel, and now sending you like sneak peeks on some content, some channel content, or things in the works. Right? Such. And I always do appreciate your encouragement, Puppy. You know, you always you definitely emphasize the CR and encouragement, at least to me, anyways. You know, this you know Puppy will write this whole like comment, and it's just like every CR word just emphasized in there. I'm just like, oh yeah, 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 I see it, I see it. It's a recurring thing, you know. Puppy just kind of slipped on that last screenshot, but it's early. It's early in the morning. It's early in the morning. All right, it's early in the morning. Puppy probably needs that coffee. Still waking up, right? Just kidding. Oh. My heart rate seems to be a little bit slower when I'm running. The video background, so I have to because I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, because I noticed that as soon as let's see, this is another reason why I actually decided to do this stream. Anyways, is to run this testing thing on it. Because some of these things that it's just like testing your mic or whatever. I mean, like sometimes the best way is just to do it, right? I mean, I've seen some of those channels out there and people, and I know Penny, you can attest to it because you did one before. I mean, I've done it before, probably at least once too. Yeah. Oh, there's no real topic. I'm just testing this gear. I'm just testing the Wi-Fi rate, and such, right? Just by actively doing it like a real world test, right? It's just like real world testing, like your sweet mimic by being outside when it's actually cold out. And for example, or testing out like winter gear, let's say gloves, mitts, or whatever, when it's actually cold out, right? Or it kind of simulates it better. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've seen people do test streams and stuff like that. That's just like, and sometimes they're just looking for some constructive feedbacks, something to help them gauge what their Wi-Fi strength is, or signal strength is, or how nicely it's coming in. Or they could be like, okay, it's not breaking up. It's not breaking up. They can hear me. It's not. There's not too much motion blur or pixelated, or the stream isn't breaking, or and stuff like that. Oh, I got enough bandwidth for it. Yeah, and such, right? Because sometimes it's just like you just don't know. I mean, especially if you only have like one device to record on or to play back on, you don't have another device to listen to yourself, or you're gonna wait till the stream's ended, then you play it back and be like, oh, okay, doesn't sound so bad. Doesn't so bad. It's just like giving that 5x5 feedback on the stream on the streams. People ask, it's like, oh, can you guys hear me? I'm not actually asking because I know you guys can hear me. You guys can hear me, right? And and people will give that 5x5 feedback and such. And this reminds me of something too. Speaking of that, I do have a story, and I didn't mention that I would mention this. One of my buddies actually had some technical issues with a mic, not in terms of the mic working, but in terms of uh, people able to transmit the the, the voice out to people. People can hear them and such. The mic was actually working because I was helping my buddy kind of troubleshoot that, right? The problem solving and trying to isolate it. And we did eventually isolate that it was a software issue. The hardware was working because I had smart tech with me, smart devices or phones with me, and I'm like, yeah, no, I can hear your mic for this, man. All right. So we just kind of narrowed it down. I mean, they got it working now, but it's one of those things because they didn't notice it at first. It's just like because I was actually over there too, and I didn't notice it too. Like I'm like, oh, this explains why no one's replying to us. Right. We just assumed it was working because when they showed up, it was working. Then it's like a couple days later, it just stopped working. It's just like, and they had to go through all of this hassle, like, time and redoing stuff, reinstallation, and all. It's just like, what, you know. Sometimes you gotta take like 2 steps back to take a step forward at times, as they say. And apparently, I went on a tangent there and forgot about my side chat. Oh, hello. How are you doing? It's nice to see you. Those were your first 3 lives. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, nice to see you, girl. Nice to see you. Selfless promotion, right, Kenny? I rarely do that. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, because obviously, I think it goes. No, actually, I keep forgetting though. Yeah, I keep forgetting with a video. Yeah, with a video overlay. See, honestly, I'm playing a video right now that's looping, and hopefully, you guys actually enjoy this. Right? I literally put it. I mean, like I had the base later from before, but like I said, I just kind of threw it together last night because I was aiming to obviously go live at this time. Well, at this time, right? Or if you're catching this on the replay, shout out to the replay gang. Right, appreciate that. And I guess you know, give me one of those uh, spirit finger encouragements, if you like, so to speak, if you like. Great appreciate that. But this was just something I just kind of threw together. It's kind of fun. I wasn't. I had an idea in mind what I wanted to do, honestly, but sometimes the software or how I edit really determines if I can do it. Because I can imagine things, right? Like it's just like someone who draws, for example, can just kind of see it in their head and then sketch it out, right? Or a painter, or like who was that famous painter? Bob Ross, right? We're assuming that someone like that probably can see it in their mind, right? And then they just kind of from their mind to that metaphoric chalkboard or canvas, right? Because editing is the same way to me, except for it's a digital canvas. Like I have ideas in mind of things I would like, or be like, oh, that'd be kind of cool, 3D-ish, or make this go over here and loop around, or something like that. But the real limit is the instruments, right? It's just like painting or whatever, or drawing. If you can do these things or manipulate the pencil, the brush, or whatever, or even the sounds, and for someone that makes music and such, right? It is a form of creating too. Making music is a form of creating. You know, you change the beat or the tone or the rhythm. You sky's the limit, right? You can do a lot, right? But usually that's the limit. And as soon as you start unlocking that, metaphorically speaking, it feels like sky's the limit. You're like, the only limits your imagination, right? Well, I'm not quite at that with editing. There's certain little things I still haven't learned, or I haven't been able to pull off. Yeah, there's some things I've been able to pull off, but because I'm like, okay, that makes sense, right? And breaking down in terms of like more simplistic, uh, it's like problem solving, right? You break down the problem to more simplistic parts. Because a lot of the time, it's like editing, creating music, drawing, troubleshooting. It's just a bunch of small things that have to come together. So if you can isolate those small little things, you might be able to troubleshoot it or put it together. Hopefully, right? That's ideal. It's good practice, yeah. Well, that's another thing too. Like sometimes I'm editing it and it's just like I'm just doing it for practice. I mean, I do have something I've been working on. I unfortunately I cannot show it because for obvious reasons, but I cannot show it. I've shown people in the real world or privately, but I can't publicly share it. Just the way that one is. It's just something for practice. It was really for practice. It wasn't for anything, just to learn how to do certain things or use these certain functions in the editing software or app. I guess, yeah, I guess mobile, like a tablet or phone, it's called an app. Program. I'm used to using the word program coming from using a laptop or desktop in terms of editing like that, right? But the idea is still generally the same, right? Generally put some graphics in, some overlays in, some text in, some transitions for the video from clips to clips, maybe some picture in picture, multi camera angle and such, and just kind of pull something out literally and just be like, and sometimes I'm just like, wow, did I just do that? Or sometimes they'll be like, I feel like I just learned something, like almost like an epiphany, sudden realization. It's just like, why didn't I think about this before? Why didn't I you know, use this before in conjunction with something else? Where it's just like, oh, it's just like how do I say? It's like learning your gear in your bag or whatever. Those skills, right? You just realize it's just like once you build upon that, it's just like it starts to apply to other areas. For example, it's just like increasing surface area. For example, you know, most of the time, like in the survival community, well, I guess in the bushcrafting community too, and such, and people that go camping or whatever, in terms of campfires or whatever, something. A lot of people always say, increase the surface area, right? As a great teacher once told me before, the secret to fire. Oh, secret has Sierra. Hmm, that's no secret to. CR words? Is surface area. Increasing the surface area, generally speaking. Now, if you're doing something like sword or whatever, it's usually I increase the surface area and then roll it back in the ball, then do sword and shit. That's generally how I do it. Really, that's cool. That's really cool, huh? But yeah, coming back to what I'm really talking about, these breaking down the problem, right? Breaking it down piece by piece by piece, right? And just hopefully bringing it all together like it was always meant to be. And hopefully it all works out the way it's supposed to work out and function and look cool or functional or at least get your point across, right? It's just like words and bring it all together, right? From, here's a topic sentence, here's my body, here's my conclusion or ending statement or something like that. Just bringing it all together like it was always meant to be. Hmm, that kind of reminds me of a word now. Saving you substantial time every moment. Oh yeah, that's an acronym for system. Hmm. I actually came up with that randomly. I still remember. I came up with that randomly. Yeah, there's a couple other acronyms I'm trying to work on too. But yeah. So I will probably go till the top of this hour. Yeah, and that's sooner. So I'm kind of realizing I probably should actually do stuff. But I also realized that I actually have time, and not only that, my billing period for StreamYard, since I'm using the free, is actually at the end of the week. So I figure I might as well squeeze in some more WT in there. So yeah. So like I was saying, breaking down the problem or the idea, or in this case, like the video into smaller parts. I mean, I like this live here that you see right on the screen right there. That doesn't change. That's a static image. You see these little circles that right there, for example, that's an error element. So that's two things right there. What you see right there going around, almost like a ring, right? That's an error element right there. Also, the channel name at the bottom, that's another element to it. That little waveform, that's another element. So that's five things right there. These things were put together in a certain way, a certain order, and layered in a certain way, right? Because in traditional animation, it's known as, if I remember right, onion skin, for example. For anyone that's seen traditional animation, sheet by sheet, like you could do it with like post-its or flipping paper real fast, right? Because it moves so fast in terms of like traditional animation, like on paper or whatever, right? That it tricks your mind and your mind just puts it together like motion. So basically, like that, it's like that stick figure that you make move, but you have to use like 100 pages or the whole posted uh, sticky note type of thing. But I mean, people have done really awesome, cool things with that, right? And such, but that's more like traditional animation. But that concept still applies in digital creation, something like this, because it's all layered together in a certain way. And such. Also, you have a little bit more freedom and what you can do and such in terms of digitally doing stuff, right? Because you can overlay it and change transparency and stuff like that. Something that would have been extremely difficult or more difficult in terms of doing that in a traditional form. For anyone that's seen in that, it's just like cartoons and stuff of the past, right? Remembering that a lot of that stuff was I wouldn't say hand drawn, but it's kind of hand done, and painstakingly put together, right? And such. That's why a lot of those those cartoons and such in the past, you reused a lot of elements like backgrounds and certain animations to cut on costs and stuff like that. But you would see that, like you wouldn't see that so much like in modern times or them reusing animation a lot. But in the past, they used to do that a little bit more often, to cut costs and such, right? Similar backgrounds, similar voices and such, reusing voices and such. To a certain degree, they do it still, but not as much because now, obviously, for the most part, unless it's stop motion or something like that, it's usually uh, digitally created or digitally animated, digitally put together, in some drawing, elaborate drawing program and such, and it's like, yeah. Take care, Penny. It's nice to see you. So yeah, mm, yeah, I'll probably just go probably no longer than that 2 hour mark. There's there is something I want to try out, but you may see a test stream for me because there's something I want to try out, but I don't want to dedicate an actual, how do I say, stream topic to it because I want to try it out, but because it's a live thing, I actually have to go live for it. So I'm like, well, I'll try it out for half an hour or something like that. See if I can actually bring it in or can use it in terms of the stream and such. So something I've noticed. I want because originally I wasn't because not use it, but I decided not to this time. But because on the YouTube side, right, there's on the app side, there's you can go live for that. I want to actually try that out and see how that all plays out, right? So I can learn the procedure about it. The quants, the pros, the cons. Is this easier? Does it allow me to do this or something like that? It's just like learning, the software, right? The apps, or learning your gear, right? So I have more knowledge, or more knowledgeable about it, more experience about it because I've actually done it, and not just watch the video. Not saying that watching a video isn't helpful, but it's the best knowledge or experience is actually just doing it. Sometimes there's no better way to learn something than just you know get your foot wet, so to speak, right? I mean, I'm not gonna dive into deep end onto it, but yeah, maybe I'll wade through the water in the shallow end on it for a little bit and just kind of see. And besides, it would help if anyone has issues with it, then I could be like, oh, hey, I tried that out. Yeah, I tried that out. You know, and such, right? Because sometimes the problem solving or whatever, or you're looking for help or whatever, you're just trying to see if anyone has information about it or it's gone through the same problem. I mean, sometimes, there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube where people show said problem or whatever, right? For whatever niche out there, right? Let's just talk about the survival community, but the gaming community, the people that do applications and tech support and all that stuff. They were like, you know, they show this problem and they show a solution or how they approached it. I'm like, oh, so, hopefully, as they say, hopefully this can help someone else out who's having the same problem or something like that. So, yeah. See, now I realize single thing because of experience now that me running a video that's longer and trying to highlight comments in there takes a little bit longer in comparison to a shorter video or me only having the icon up on screen. So that's something else I learned. So if I want to put something up, like see, I'll just count. I'll press the button right here from puppy right here. Just a smiley face emoji. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. See? Now, click that off. Because I think it's because the video, which makes sense. In comparison, if I only had icon up. See, if I actually, I thought I removed it. Yeah, see? So, because like I said, if I go back and actually stop this, let me stop this. Bring back my icon only right here that you can see. So unless I'm having like some latency issues or something like that, which could be a thing, I'll bring back that same thing right here. Look, let's see how long that takes. See, a little bit quicker. So clearly, I got to remember that when I'm doing this. No, I think this is why usually I go icon only, but it's nice to see some graphics on the screen than just the channel icon every so often. And also, if I'm doing video and such, right? So, or showing something like camera. Ooh, boy, it's get bright in here. Well, let's see here. I almost forgot. Let's see. Look, look, look. I'll just show this real quick. Look. I wonder what these are. I wonder what that was. I almost forgot I was meaning to show that. I mean, it's nothing special, but it's just something a little bit more festive, I guess. You know, maybe morale boosting to a certain degree. Oh yeah, so like this coffee. This coffee almost feels like morale boosting to a certain degree. Yeah. But yes, thanks, Puppy, for posting that comment. Allow me to illustrate that point and to show and for me to experience, for you guys to see it, experience it, and for me to have the knowledge or the I tried it kind of deal, and now I know. Sometimes, well, a lot of the time, the more you know, the more you can. The more you know, the more you know. Right? And experience or observations to back it up, kind of that knowledge, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Festive CR. I know, right? Festive CR. That's something I gotta work on. I mean, like, let's see, where is it right here? I forget right. Is it right here? Oh yeah, it is right here. Just randomly put something in here. We'll just randomly. like that. Just randomly put that back in. Just randomly put this back in. Come on, see, puppy. And for other people that are listening and the replay gang and such, you're listening to this. Yeah, these icons I gotta work on. I gotta work on another version of it. I'm working on specific theme based things. Although I've been working on a lot of theme based things for a while now. It's part of practicing. Kind of see. Because usually let's just say like a winter theme thing and just like, there's certain little things you consider. Oh yeah, consider. Yeah, consider has CR in it. I like that word too. I like that word actually too. Now you would consider as, you think of winter, you think of these items, right? So I tried to add that stuff in. So theme-based things, right? So generally in winter, it's just like, blue, cooler colors and stuff and such, right? You know, colors to represent certain things like white for snow and such, right? I guess I'm gonna bear the tree on it all. Just like this icon right now. I've I don't think I've ever heard Puppy ever say yo in there. It's so interesting themes in the graphics and projects yo. I don't say yo a lot. Sometimes I do as like so like I like slang kind of like hey yo right something like that, but I generally don't actually type it unless I mean that emphasis in terms of like I just said it or in the way that graphic Puppy might have said it right there. So yeah, I'll probably go. Yeah, I'll go to the 2 hour mark. Why not? It's not that much longer. It's only 7 minutes. My standard 2 minute ending of the stream warning and such, and outro, all this sort of stuff. see, I'm not the only one. I don't usually say yo. I mean, it's not like I'm saying yo, but so yo, all know. Ah, all right. Next time I see Puppy, I'll be like, yo, hey, and Puppy be like, oh, you're still talking about that. See, you're still talking about that. uh, just wait for it. Just wait for it, Puppy. It'll be like an inside joke. Everyone on everyone on the panel or in the chat will be like, "How can they keep saying yo? I don't know why." You know, they just keep going on it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool, Puppy. I, I do greatly appreciate your encouragement, channel support, words of encouragement, and such. You know, and you do make me kind of LOL, laugh out loud every so often too. So it's cool. It's cool. It's such. This is why I like to send you some of the sneak peeks on the content. Obviously, you don't have to watch it or look at it right away, but in time, hopefully, you would. You know, because sometimes in terms of like stuff, people are just looking for a second opinion, a second pair of eyes and such, right? You know, not always looking for validation, but just kind of like, yeah, okay, I think I am on the right track, or I think this is the solution or the problem, or such and such, right? Like, I don't mind when people are critical. I guess that's the CR word every so often. It just means that you know improvement, right? Sometimes to improve on something, you got to be critical about it, right? So, and besides, always striving to make improvements or to make your situation better, right? So that's another thing too. Well, I would imagine so, quiet listener. I just kind of figured. I mean, with a challenge like that, I mean, no, just kidding. Yeah, 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 yeah. Someone to watch your six, as they say, right? Watch your back, right? It's just kind of like like if I go walking with a friend or whatever, it's kind of watch my back, I'll watch your back kind of deal, right? And besides, like I'll walk behind you just in case you drop something. I mean, if it's money, I don't know if you'll get it back or something like that. It's like I'll be like to my friend. It's like, oh look, I found a $5 bill on the ground. Just kidding, just kidding. I wouldn't do that all the time. No, just kidding, just kidding. Could be like as simple as keys, right? Right. We're going back to my friend's place, and they dropped keys. Well, that's probably not that help us, right? So I'd rather be there to try to help, right? Hey, you dropped your keys. Because if you drop your keys and we walk back and we can't get back in your place, then we're locked out. Then it just inconveniences me. So I rather know that I tried to do something about it. Yeah, I know. Quiet listener, I know what you mean. It seems like that too. Yeah, I can relate. I can relate. You know. So I guess I killed that 5 minutes real fast here. So, like always, this is my standard 2 minute warning here on the stream, as I will be ending the stream at the top at the 2 hour mark. I was about to say at the top hour, but it's at the 2 hour mark. Knowing like everything, someone's gonna show up late, like you show up. Someone always shows up late on the stream. It's like I'm here, or it's still early, like someone else would say. So. Oh puppy, but yeah, I'm gonna actually change that bag. It was going on, but I think it's time for that icon to come back into play for a bit. Bring this one back into play here. Oh, that's very. I enjoyed you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, quiet listener. Nice to see you, by the way. I'm hoping to bring some music into these streams. That's not. Well, that's different, anyways. I'm still working on that. I actually have to find the sources that are like legit and maybe open source or free or copyright free and all that stuff. So trying to, because it would be nice. Would be nice. So a little bit of music to go with the voices or the graphics and the video and such and such. So, and apparently I talk quite really fast because that went by really fast. So let's see, which one should I bring in? I'll just bring in this one. All right, so thank you everyone for dropping in on the stream. There's a little more impromptu stream, reconnecting with CR, live with CR, reconnecting with you people. Hope you enjoy the stories, the things that I shared, and maybe you got to know me a a little bit more, you know. Maybe I rambled a little bit. I mean, I was continuously rambling. I guess that has CR in it, but yeah. Appreciate everyone that dropped in. Obviously, Puppy, quite listening here. Obviously, Penny Pinchy, Garden Prepping. Matthew came by. Obviously, Lady T, and a bunch of other people that aren't coming to mind at the moment. Sorry. It's been a long stream. Anyways, like always, everyone, you all can create a better. See. I'm glad I took a look. See, look. This is why. See, someone always shows up. I see you, Howie. Food Forest Permaculture. It's nice to see you, Howie. I'm slipping out of here real soon. Like literally, I was about to do an outro. Anyways, I do. Okay, you know what? Just well, I keep forgetting my camera's facing back. But anyways, yes, I see you. I see you there. And I'll purposely bring that on the screen. All right. Anyways, I guess slip out here. So like always, you all can create a better future today. And with our world changing, we need to adapt too. Skill and knowledge can get better practice. Can't help everyone, but one can help someone out there. All right, everyone. Take care. Be safe out there. Take winter seriously. Bundle up. Enjoy the holidays if I don't hear from you or see you or do another live stream. And take care, everyone, with a CR in it. Take care, everyone. Peace out from CR. Bye.